I kind of feel that way because the Ravens fans gloated about beating us for years when we had injury problems. It seemed like every fucking year, and the Bengals just weren't playing their best players. Ravens fans were always like, "It don't matter, next man up. You got to play who you play." So I expect that
Yep.
same energy when we kick your asses this week.
Once been, twice stabbed, you try and take my life, but
So.
Okay.
The Cincinnati Bengals are taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And the last time we played them, we absolutely smacked the hell out of them. It was 41-17. And I think the
Yeah.
Bengals put like a statement. That was the game where the Bengals kind of put like a statement on the NFL saying like, hey, we're here. The fact that we've been winning, this isn't a fluke. This Bengals team is actually really good. So you need to start paying attention to us.
Yeah.
And the Ravens, on the other hand, have been collapsing ever since that game. Now, and the Bengals have been inconsistent for sure, but the Ravens have been collapsing.
Collapsing. Yep. I agree.
So the Ravens have. I'm not going to go through the whole list. I actually did that on my Bengals preview. So if you guys are watching this, go check out my YouTube channel. I did a preview for the Bengals Ravens game, and go through a full fucking list of the Ravens players who might miss this game. But Thomas, there's 39 players. 39 players on either IR or the COVID reserve list or who are on the regular injury report this week for the Baltimore Ravens.
Damn.
That's
Sucks to
almost a full active roster for an NFL game day.
I don't want to hear any excuses from the Baltimore Raven fans. We didn't get no excuses for Monday night.
I mean, I kind of feel that way because the Ravens fans gloated about beating us for years when we had injury problems. It seemed like every fucking year, and the Bengals just weren't playing their best players. Ravens fans were always like, "It don't matter, next man up. You got to play who you play." So I expect that
Yep.
same energy when we kick your asses this week, and do it against a bunch of practice squad players.
Karma, bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. So the
Karma, dude.
implications. The implications of this game could be huge, though, because if now actually weirdly enough, the implications for this game, I don't know if they're going to be that huge for the Browns, because if the Bengals win, then the Browns have the opportunity to take the division in Week 18. But if
Yeah.
the Ravens win, then that's probably almost better because the Ravens probably aren't going to keep winning, so the Browns probably actually want the Bengals to lose this game.
I didn't think about it that way. I was rooting for the Bengals because I was thinking
Well,
I want the
you should
Browns
keep-
to control their own destiny. So
You should
like I
keep-
thought if
You should keep rooting for the Bengals then.
well because I wanted the Bengals to win so we could be for the division in week 18. I want to see that game.
Well, that would be a very
bro.
fun thing. But I think Week 18 is going to be possibly for the division anyway. Just because now I'm speculating a little bit here because I'm kind of counting on the fact that the Ravens are probably going to lose to the Rams, and who knows what's going to happen against the Steelers. But I mean, with all of the injuries and everything and all of the issues they have, I'd be pretty surprised if the Ravens, even after beating the Bengals, I'd be pretty surprised if the Ravens are really truly able to hold on to the division. But then again, if they do somehow beat the Bengals this week with, like I said, 39 players on reserve or injured, if they can pull that off, then maybe you should start worrying about this Ravens team because that would be goddamn impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that would be impressive if they were missing 39 of their best players and still
Yeah, I need the
managed to
Ravens
come
to
off with
lose.
a win.
Yeah,
Now-
I want the Ravens to lose.
Interestingly enough, Thomas, one of those players who's injured and who might not play is Lamar Jackson. There's been a lot of rumors saying that oh well, he might play. There's a lot of people saying, oh, there's a good chance he's going to play. He's really going to try, and he's trending towards playing, but he hasn't practiced. He hasn't practiced this week. 2 days. He's got one more day, and he could practice on Friday. But we're recording this on Thursday night, and Lamar Jackson has not practiced yet.
Is it physical? It's physical practice. Like he can't practice because he's not physically able to practice.
Well, exactly. He's got an ankle issue, and they're trying to be careful with it and everything. Now, but I'm not going to lie, Thomas. I want Lamar.
I was just about to say that because like there's not it's hard to read Huntley right now. A lot of people are saying that he's faster than Lamar, but Lamar's been so bad this year, and he's been so bad this year. I would love to see him try to beat the Bengals on an injured leg. I don't think that he would do it because he could. If you neutralize his athleticism, he's going to beat you with your arm, and he can't beat you with his arm without the threat of him running.
Well, and that's the main thing. Like, I don't know if in general I think Tyler Huntley. I mean, I know you keep seeing this. I don't know if in general
I'm
I
joking.
think Tyler
I don't think
Huntley,
Huntley's better.
Yeah, I don't think Huntley's necessarily a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson, but I do think right now Huntley's more dangerous because there's not a lot of tape out there on him. And for the Bengals in particular, I don't know what it is about quarterbacks, but this goes all the way back to like when we were making the playoffs with Marvin Lewis and everything like that. I don't know what it is about rookie quarterbacks or quarterbacks who the Bengals don't have much tape on, or like backup quarterbacks or third string quarterbacks or whatever, but the Bengals just don't seem to be able to handle them very well. What we have done is we seem to have developed a system to be able to contain Lamar Jackson pretty well, because we did that. Back in week 7, we held down Lamar Jackson pretty well, and the last time we played them with Joe Burrow, we held Lamar Jackson down pretty well there too. I think he had like 3 rushing yards in that game. So my point in saying all this is I think the Bengals have kind of sort of figured Lamar Jackson out after obviously really out of necessity because he's just destroyed us for so many years. But I think the Bengals have possibly figured Lamar Jackson out. But Tyler Huntley's a wild card, and that scares me. So I hope that by some miracle Lamar Jackson does get out on the field and does get a chance to play, and that might be the best of both worlds too, because then you would have a limited Lamar Jackson out there playing, and that's even better.
Hell yeah, it is. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm with you. I don't think that Huntley's better than Lamar. I think that they're the same, but I don't think Huntley could be. I mean, he might be. We don't know. We haven't seen enough of Huntley. So who knows who he'd be? But he looked good against the Packers. So he can beat you. Like you said, there's not a lot of tape on him. But Lamar haven't been having a good season. Somebody made the Pro Bowl, but realistically, how good of a season has he had, really? And I really want to see him. His confidence isn't where it needs to be right now. I really want to see him with a lack of confidence go out there and try and beat a team like the Bengals. And I just don't think that he will. He struggled with the Browns. And I think Joe Burrow is going to eat him alive. And you're home. The stadium's going to be rocking. Come on, man. And
I know. I'm so salty that I'm going to be in Buffalo this weekend instead of at that game. Like of all weekends, I could have chosen to take a vacation.
I'm taking a vacation next week, so.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Y'all are playing the Steelers next week, right? So.
Yeah, I'm making that game.
I mean,
I'm making that game.
Well, okay. So then it doesn't matter when you're going on vacation.
Oh no, because it's a Monday night game. I'm making that game. I'm gonna be.
Oh, right. That is a Monday night game, right?
I'm gonna be at that game. That's my last day of vacation. I'm gonna be at that game.
Be a good game to go to because y'all could like. I know this isn't necessarily great for the Bengals if you guys win that game, but I'm still going to be rooting my ass off for the Browns because I just want to see the Steelers be done.
I want the Browns.
Like, is that too much to goddamn ask?
I want to see the Browns beat the Packers. Because if we beat the Packers, we're beating the Steelers. If we beat the Packers, we're beating the Steelers. You know that, right? There's no way we can beat the Packers and not beat the Steelers.
Well, I think y'all are probably. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think y'all are probably lose to the Packers.
Nobody on earth.
But I think you're gonna turn around. The
Browns are gonna win.
Well, I think y'all are gonna turn around and beat the Steelers, but I think that's. But before we transition into that, though, I want to make a few more points about this Bengals Ravens game. So I think what the Bengals really need to focus on this week, I think they need to focus on letting Joe Burrow just like do his thing, like the whole let Russ cook thing. Well, I think it's time to let Joe cook, because I think that Ravens secondary is like a it's a fucking tragedy. Like I'm like the state of that Ravens secondary might be against the Geneva Convention. I'm not sure, but it's really it was bad before the injuries, and now it's really bad. Like, did you like? I mean, like I know everybody's making a big deal about like Marlon Humphrey's out for the year, but did you see what Jamar Chase did to Marlon Humphrey?
No. Well, no, that one didn't he have 200 yards against the Ravens?
He had 200 yards against the Ravens, and that one huge play that involved Marlon Humphrey.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, oh yeah, Jamar's gonna go off.
Jamar is gonna. Well, somebody's gonna go. All three might go off, honestly, because like I mean, who are the Ravens gonna have cover these dudes? Like I said, Jimmy Smith's out for the year. Marlon Humphrey's out for the year. Like, who you gonna have hold down Tyler Boyd, who has a history of killing the Ravens, by the way? Like, you remember when we sent the Bills to the playoffs? That was courtesy of Tyler Boyd. And then
there you go.
And then T. Higgins. How are you gonna clamp down T. Higgins? And then how are you gonna clamp down Jamar Chase? And then CJ Uzama could pop up if you try to focus too many resources outside of that.
Yeah, the Ugama.
Uzama. I swear to fucking God.
Don't do that on Christmas. All right.
Well, I mean, that's a different discussion entirely. But the one thing I will say is I think this game does have a little bit of potential of being a very high-scoring game because I don't see any way, shape, or form that the Ravens are going to be able to hold down the Bengals offense. And so this game is like, if the Ravens have a chance, it's really going to come down to can they find a way to score against this Bengals defense. And I don't necessarily think they will, but that's going to be the way they're going to have to win this game. They're going to have to find a way to outscore the Bengals offense. So this game could be a really big, high-scoring, like both teams score in like the 40s kind of game.
Sound like a fun game.
I think it could be. I think at the end of the day, it's probably going to be something like 31-17 or something like that.
Gotcha.
I don't think the Bengals are going to hit 40, but I don't think the Ravens are going to get anything done, really.